The last place I wanted to be was Frostnipistan.
This one's wife. She hates the success of others. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. As Morrissey once sang, we hate it when our friends become successful. It's certainly the case that the narcissist does not like the success of other people, save to the extent that they can leverage off it by way of, for instance, residual benefit or character trait acquisition. Given the fact that Harry seems to have disappeared and all that this one's wife is able to do at the moment is continue to pump out on Instagram various pieces of PR about people that have received her wine and flower sprinkles, it's rather quiet with regard to what the Sussexes are up to, and this has caused the Daily Mail to go back in time to dig up some historic commentary about this one's wife. But in so doing, they demonstrate once again their failure to understand the true character of this one's wife. The article by Ed Holt explains, like a lot of young girls growing up in Los Angeles, this one's wife yearned for a career in Hollywood. Luckily for the future Duchess, her famous father, Thomas Markle, worked in the industry as a lighting director and gave her a leg up other aspiring actresses could only dream of. Naturally, as I've explained before, that is a residual benefit that she gains from her father being in her fuel matrix. And yet, this one's wife's career in Tinseltown was not the dazzling success her fellow LA natives enjoyed, such as Angelina Jolie or Leonardo DiCaprio. In his bombshell royal fly-on-the-wall book Revenge, Tom Bower wrote that her intense jealousy, especially if someone else got the lead part, left a negative legacy on her career. He said one downside of this one's wife's success was her intense jealousy, especially if someone else got the lead part. Now, strictly speaking, this is envy, because she's envious of what somebody else has. Jealousy relates to what you might lose. Nevertheless, the suggestion is that a downside of her success was the presence of this envy, especially if someone else got the lead part. The article continues by explaining, this one's wife became particularly irritated after one girl at her school was employed by a Hollywood studio as an actress. It was a character trait that her father noticed while she was still in school, telling Mr. Barr that his daughter wants to be the star of the stage and the star in life. The doting father obeyed all of this one's wife's wishes in her pursuit of becoming an actress. This included paying a professional photographer to take a headshot of this one's wife, which Thomas then dutifully circulated to producers, though they received no reply. Age 17, this one's wife got a taste of the red carpet when she joined her father at the Emmy Awards, where he was nominated for Best Lighting Director. Like so many in the town, this one's wife loved glamour and celebrity. She wanted her dream to become reality, Mr. Bower wrote. But Thomas and this one's wife eventually found themselves at loggerheads when he finally refused to bow to his daughter's every whim. Mr. Bower said, in spring 1999, the musical The Pajama Game was the new school play. This one's wife wanted the lead part, but also wanted to go for a week to the school's summer retreat. Gigi Perot, the drama teacher, insisted that this one's wife had to choose one or the other. This one's wife went to the retreat. Outraged that the teacher denied her a part in the play, she urged her father not to do the lighting. He ignored her demand. Now, as you all know, this exhibits her sense of entitlement. I want to go to the retreat, but I also want the star part. She believes that she is the star of the show and, as her father identified, the star in real life. The fact is that she wants it all, the Veruca Salt that she is. When she's told she can't have both, that is a threat to the narcissist's need for control. And therefore, in order to gain that control and also to seek to punish the school and the teacher for denying her part in the play, she then seeks to assert control indirectly through her father by saying, "Don't do the lighting." That, of course, is a threat to his own need for control. He ignored her demand and went ahead with it anyway, no doubt resulting in a backlash from this one's wife. And indeed, the article reports that, according to Mr. Markle, his daughter was furious and screamed he should obey her wishes. This is a young woman telling the parent, you should do what I tell you to do. Not long after that, this one's wife moved in with her mother, Doria Ragland. Now, this little anecdote is demonstrative of the behaviour of that narcissist, expecting the world to kowtow to all of her needs, believing that she should be deserving of special treatment, that she is more important than everybody else, and when she doesn't get her own way, she responds through heated, ignited fury, being spiteful towards the school, and then when her father refuses to give in to her demands, she shouts and screams at him, once again demonstrating ignited fury. The fact is, she does hate the success of others, but it's not driven by an envy that is as a consequence of the success that she has enjoyed, as Mr. Bauer has written. Instead, it's intrinsic in who she is. Envy and jealousy are narcissistic traits. Everybody has them. You could be jealous of your girlfriend leaving you, envious of your neighbour with regard to their new motor vehicle. You could be jealous of your power as a dictator, fearing that you will lose it. You can be envious of the good looks of your best friend. Those traits are found in everybody, but for many individuals, they are weaker in nature and often ensconced within empathic traits, which means that people don't react to the presence of envy in a way which causes a problem. Some people are not particularly envious. They are content with their lot, and they don't covet that belongs to other people. For others, they do have a seething envy, but they keep it to themselves. But when it comes to the narcissist, the presence of strong traits of envy and jealousy are harnessed by the narcissism. Why should that person have that part in the play? It's mine. That is the prevailing mindset of a narcissist such as this one's wife. And in order to nullify the threat to control that she receives by being told no, her narcissism gets hold of her envy, amplifies it, massages it, uses it to cause her to think, I'm better than that person, they shouldn't have it, I should have it, and thus to respond in a particular way to try and nullify that threat to control. Accordingly, when she believed that she could go both to retreat and have the star role in the show, and was told, no, you can't because you've gone on the retreat, that was a threat to her control. And her envy was then mobilized by her narcissism in respect of somebody else having that part to cause her to seek to assert indirect control over the school by turning to her father and saying, Dad, stamp of the foot, stamp of the cloven hoof, they haven't given it to me, don't do their lighting. The issuing of that instruction to Thomas Markle was born out of a sense of entitlement, and it also threatened his own need for control. This resulted in him needing to nullify it, and therefore he refused. His refusal was a further threat to control for this one's wife, resulting in the manifestation of heat-ignited fury, as the envy went into overload, and anger, another narcissistic trait, was harnessed, but this time appearing, because it's the narcissist, as fury, and thus she shouted and screamed at him to do what she wanted. Her envy and her jealousy isn't something that's been born out of the relative success that she has enjoyed, and I use that description of success in its most elastic sense. It's part and parcel of who she is, and part and parcel of who she is as a narcissist. As her narcissist, her envy and jealousy is much stronger than many other people's. It has no empathic traits to keep those traits in check, and those traits are regularly harnessed by her narcissism to propel her to pursue the prime aims. Once again, understanding the narcissism of this one's wife allows you to understand where people don't fully understand why she behaves in the way that she does, and allows you to fully understand exactly why she says and does the things that she does. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.